up, guys? Welcome back to N&J. Today, like I mentioned in the Harley Breakout review video, I'm going to talk about whether or not you should buy drag pipes for your Harley, or any bike for that matter, but specifically Harley because that's what I ride. So we're going to talk about that. Alright, so clearly I have drag pipes on my bike, which are, as you can see, just really short pipes with nothing in them. So no baffles or anything. And there's a lot of people that say they're bad for your bike or you shouldn't get them. I personally haven't had any issues with them. I have cones in my exhaust, which whether or not they do anything, I don't know, but it doesn't hurt to have them in there in case they do help. So I put those in for, like back pressure purposes. But yeah, so these pipes were like $120 on Amazon, which compared to like a full system is half the price or more. So for the money, I'd say they're pretty good. They're really loud, so if you don't like loud bikes, or if you don't want your bike to be super loud, if you have neighbors that are gonna be pissed off at you over a loud bike, these aren't for you because they're very loud. But they are cheap, so if you want to take the stock exhaust off, like I didn't like the stock exhaust, I took the baffles out, but it just sounded like, I don't know, sounded weird to me. So I bought these for the time being, and they're not my favorite. I do want to get a full exhaust, but for now, they sound all right. And I haven't had any issues so far with them. So I don't know if you can tell from the angle of the camera or not, but this one right here has got a flat spot on the bottom of it. So if you're putting it on a bike like the Breakout that's low, watch out, because if you're leaning hard, obviously I scraped it on the ground, which can cause problems if you hit it hard enough and it bends the exhaust or something. It might fuck up your exhaust, whatever the fuck. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah. Or it could hit the intake, whatever. So keep that in mind if you're planning on buying them and you got a super low bike. You might scrape, which is probably not great for it. As far as durability goes, you probably can tell that they're turning like a white color from the heat, which most drag pipes that are like this, like satin black, tend to do. I don't really care for how that looks after a while. You can tell they're cheap pipes, which I don't care for, but they work for now. So if you're looking for a cheap alternative to a full system, this is definitely an option. I will say I don't have it tuned, so it's just the stock tune with the stock intake, and it does backfire quite a bit on deceleration, and it does shoot a lot of flames. So if that's something else you're worried about, be prepared for that. My gas mileage, I would say, is about the same. I haven't noticed any drastic changes in gas mileage. I usually get about 200 miles to a tank, I would say. And that didn't change after I put the drag pipes on. As far as performance goes, I think it feels a little more, top end with these. I think you lose a little bit of low end with the drag pipes, but I kind of like this more because when I put the stock pipes back on, I actually took these off, put the stock pipes back on, it felt like a slower bike. So I put these back on for two reasons. I like the sound of these better than the stock ones, and it just feels faster. I don't know, it could be a placebo thing because there's more noise, but that's just how it feels to me. So I'm going to say there's probably not much of a performance difference. You're definitely not going to gain anything out of this, I'm sure. But yeah, keep that in mind as well. If you're looking for performance stuff, this probably is not the option for you. As you can see, they're right next to where your foot would be if you're sitting in a stoplight. I personally have had no problems with them being too hot on my legs. Obviously, if I'm sitting in traffic for a long time, they definitely start to get warm. I can feel it, but I've never had any issues. I've heard of people that say they get blisters on their legs and stuff from being hot, but I've had no issues, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Yeah, so I mean, overall, if you're looking for a cheap alternative to buying a full system, this is definitely an option you can look into. Again, they're very loud. They're warm at stoplights. They are not the best looking, and you're not going to get any performance gains out of it, I'm sure. So if you're looking for any of those things, definitely probably not the option for you. But if you're looking for a cheap alternative that you just want some more sound, that's what I wanted. It's definitely an option. I'll fire it up for you guys in a second here so you can hear how they sound. This is a 103, so it's obviously going to sound a little different on the older engines and the new Milwaukee 8s, but hopefully this will give you guys a little idea of how they sound. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, share the videos. We appreciate when you do that. And stay tuned for some more videos coming out soon. See you.